Alright, it's only me. I've just come on this afternoon, but a very, very, very brief video talking about the recording I did the other day of the Black Sabbath track, Changes, which is a bit of a Marmite track for Black Sabbath fans. Some people like it because it's a different side of Black Sabbath. Personally, I don't like it. It's probably my least favourite song of the early Black Sabbath albums. And if you're not counting stuff, probably for Black Sabbath through to Sabotage, Changes would come probably at the very bottom of the pile for me. I've just always found the song dull. Even long before I got the album Volume 4, the first Black Sabbath I can ever remember getting, well, the first Black Sabbath I ever heard was Ozzy Osbourne's Talk of the Devil album. And then after that, I got the We Sold Our Souls for Rock and Roll compilation album, of which Changes was part of, and never ever liked the song. Just did not like it whatsoever. Very, very dull, no my kind of thing at all, when we're talking about heavy metal music. So I was sitting the other day there, I can't remember what day it was, Thursday I think that was my day off. It was a pretty busy day, and I wanted to do something. I like doing something musicy on my day off because that's what I like to do. And this was a pretty interesting one because I only had like about an hour, because I'd arranged to go out for a walk with the lassies and the dog, and I just had time to get something in, and it just come through I was watching, somebody's made like a fan-made documentary on Black Sabbath Volume 4 on YouTube now, which I was watching the other day, which I found quite interesting. And they were talking about Changes and how people either like it or hate it. And it just came into my mind. It was like, why do you try and turn it into like a kind of rock song rather than the dirge that it is with the piano and the mellotron and stuff. Torpedoing Black Sabbath's Volume 4 album for me, because I think if Changes was taken out of the equation, for me Black Sabbath Volume 4 would probably be the crown jewel of the early Black Sabbath stuff. As it is, it's got Changes on it. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, hard to beat, but certainly Volume 4 with stuff like Wheels of Confusion, Cornucopia, Snowblind, that kind of stuff, Under the Sun, Supernaut, up there with the very, very best Black Sabbath ever did, except for Changes. So anyway, let's get through and talk about what we've got on the tape here. Like I said, I only had like an hour to record this the other day. Well, I only put that time limit on myself. I only wanted to get it finished because I wanted it done before I went out to walk with the Waynes and the dog, or I had and went back to it the next night. So as it is, I just left it the way it was. So what we've got here is I just made a guitar riff out of the piano motif here, which is of course in the key of C. So I just made that. I thought that could work, and then I was trying to keep it in the style of like Tony Iommi, with the same kind of riffing and that. So what we had after that was, of course, the whole band coming in. What that is just basically two guitars doubled up there. We of course,
I feel so sad.
the vocals just exactly the same as what it is on the record. And the bass and the drums here. And then when I got into the chorus, I wanted to have a crash cymbal going. There's very much Bill Wardy for that Black Sabbath style thing here. And I wanted to have that Tony Iommi style Black Sabbathy riff thing happening. There. That's the two guitars doubled up there. Now that's my drum part by itself. Like these V drums, they sound a lot better than the old Elisa's kit I was using before. Although the hard bits there, when I was in my rush to mix it, I should have maybe took a wee tiny bit of the bottom end off of that. Because I do think that it is. There's that with your ride cymbal back in again. As we're coming up to the guitar solo here, which I just decided to go Dick Wagner and just say the melody of the song and just change it slightly. And that's on this separate track here, track 6. So it's just the melody here. It's all pretty straightforward, and the rest of it's just what it is until you get to the end there. So what I said I was going to do was do a playthrough, it show exactly how it was I came up with what I was doing here. So just sit you down there so you can see if I can get that to sit. That does sit. So like I'm saying there, you get this bit with this in the key of C, which you start on the C, running up through the open D, and the E and the G, and then finishing on the A, on that string and the G, so you end up with this. And then pretty simple, and then the guitar solo was just in that. And then back into that. So I might as well replay through it, why no? How will we do this? I'll take the guitar in track 6 and the guitar in track 2 off and turn the guitar in track 1 down a wee tiny bit and do a playthrough of this. So it should be pretty fun. So here we go with his changes. we did the thing in they're there just a bit of fun. Other people can decide whether they think it works or no. Although any kind of feedback I've heard on it's been pretty positive. A lot of people I know that also don't like that song and think it's a load of rubbish. But just try to improve it a wee bit. That's what it was. Right, I'm out of here, man. I need to take the dog down the shore. But have a nice day. Thanks very much for watching. And keep listening to Black Sabbath. But no changes, man. It's rubbish.